So initially, I started out thinking about really wanting to celebrate my pink fuzzy robe that I got from my auntie for my birthday. But then I realized that I'm too much of a goober to actually have anything interesting to say about it. And, well, you can see here that the drama continued, but I really couldn't adequately appreciate the robe.
Hello, all my pink princesses out there. It's Bricky B. You already know what it is, baby. Bene, I wanted to talk a little bit about tonight. I wanted to talk a little bit about life, and I want to talk a little bit about Plan A and Plan B. Now, both of these plans should be beneficial to your wives. One of these plans should be the higher priority. Like, this is the one I really want. But the next one is just as good. But number one is just the fave. You know what I'm saying? You need to figure out what you really like. Ideally, what you want. Now, to be honest, neither one of these plans should involve a man so intensely that he is crucial to either one. You know what I'm saying? You can have your eye on somebody. That's on our teeth. You can have your eye on somebody, and you probably will. But you ain't gotta be wrapping the plan around him. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, let's just start with me. Okay, for me, my plan A involves a lot of travel. All right, my plan A involves setting up business here on the East Coast, Midwest, and the West Coast. That plan involves a lot of running around, making sure I can always get on a flight, building networks across the country. That plan requires that I bide my time, stay looking good, and stay fit, stay moisturized, stay energetic, so I can do all that. You know what I'm saying? That plan is countercultural because we're supposed to stay in one place, work one job, do one thing. That plan might take a little longer to own property, settle down. Okay? Plan B. Plan B will be more like yeah, I mean, I don't know, I just can't see plan A not happening. I'm just like, I'm committed. What can I say? I'm just committed to the cause. Now, I lied a little bit before because I said it should really have nothing to do with the man. But in reality, and this is me talking straight hetero, okay? So excuse me for those folks who's not identifying with the hetero lifestyle. But as a woman who has her eyes on a man, I'm like, yo, my plan A is to reverse engineer this. Okay? So, I want my lifestyle to be funded by this nigga that I got my eyes on. My job, my one job, would be to keep him motivated so he keeps me paid. It's very revolutionary, but it's also very old-fashioned. We have a little baby, get a little house eventually, relax. I treat him right, I treat him good. He treats me right, I treat him good. He treats me right, he treats me good. You know what I'm saying? I make a little money on the side. I do my thing on the side. But for the most part, my job is to keep him elevated. Keep us elevated. Keep us going. But he can worry about the money. I don't want to sit around and think about money all day. Nah. That ain't me. I want to think about ideas how we can keep each other in business. You know what I'm saying? How we can keep each other motivated. That's plan A. Now, plan B will be something kind of like me doing all that with myself, or doing it with some man who like don't really deserve me, but I can't really see that, if I'm being honest. So I gotta play my cards right. I understand that, and I'm willing to play my cards right. So let me do a little bit of investigation about reverse engineering that shit, so I can understand what that means exactly. Because I'm going to reverse engineer it.
Hey, so what if the very reason you have to do something is because you don't want to? What if you have a duty to do something that you don't want to do? Put your ego down and put your faith up. Would you do it? Hey guys, it's 𝓁a.PLEBEiANNE, and today we're going to talk about depression clothing. What is that, you ask? Well, to be honest, depression clothing is something I call comfort. Depression clothing is the clothing you want to wear when you're feeling like just calling it quits, when you're just tired, when you just don't even really have the energy to get out of bed, but you must because you're just also not totally sure about calling it quits either. So you gotta wear something comfy. Depression clothing is clothing that expresses your hope for the future, but also your total despair for today. Just because I'm depressed doesn't mean that I have forgotten my fashion sense. And just because I'm depressed doesn't mean that I don't want a little bit of positive attention for what I'm wearing, because you never know when that attention will actually give you a little chutzpah to keep going. clothing is very powerful. So it's important to try to wear something that feels good on you. That even when you're like, oh, I'm done, it's over, goodbye, cruel world, you're still like, but hold on one more time. Depression clothing is just for you. It's not about anybody else. So make sure it's soft, clean, fabric softed. So that's it. This is another episode of Don't Forget Fashion, a short fashion series put together by a tiny crew, and 𝓁a.PLEBEiANNE, who's me. When I can get it together, I'ma try, but I'ma tell you what. The clothes that you wear on your back is really important to keep your brain lubricated and warm and pumping that good energy in that blood. Because when you wearing stuff that's itchy, scratchy, and is not warm, you're gonna be upset with yourself and with the world. So do yourself a favor and wear some depression clothes when you're depressed. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our tears burn. Long lay the world when skin and bone are pining, till they appear and the soul's found its worth. The thrill of joy, a new and glorious morning of all the sinners. Heaven has his name. Waka waka, thanks for watching. Hey, send me a comment.